Hey guys, welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing this hair treatment with you that you can use even when you have braids on, and you won't have to worry about how to take good care of your hair at all. So first off, we're going to be using some onion peels. You can as well use some onions for this, but if you have onion peels stored in your kitchen just like me, please go ahead to use the onion peels, okay? And then the next ingredient is our dried rosemary leaves. You could use the fresh ones if you have them, but I rather use the dried ones because you can store them for longer and you won't have to worry about them going bad. So I always use the dried rosemary leaves. Next ingredient is our dried basil leaves. You could also use the fresh ones if that's what you have, but preferably I always keep the dried ones because once they are dried they don't go bad. So I always keep the dried ingredients for most of my treatments like this. So next up, we're going to be needing a glass jar because we're going to be making some oils which would need to be heated up. So we'll be needing a glass jar with a stainless lid. You'll be needing some oils. Use the best of your oils, the oils that are very nice on your hair, the oils that are available to you. Please go ahead to use those oils. For me, I'm going to be using olive oil. I'm going to be using my essential oils. You guys should already know my essential oils already: lavender, peppermint, eucalyptus oil, tea tree oil. I'm also going to be using some cacao oil for this, and typically my peers baby oil. So guys, go ahead to use any oil you have. You could use only olive oil if that's what you have, or you could go ahead to add all the blends if you have them. So next I'm going to go ahead to add in the dried ingredients into my glass jar. So first I added in my onion peels. I added in a tablespoon of my dried rosemary leaves. You could do more if you are making a larger quantity of oil. So if you're making a larger quantity of oil, please go ahead to double these measurements, okay? But for me, I used 1 tablespoon of my dried rosemary leaves, 1 tablespoon of my dried basil leaves, and I added my onion peels, about a handful of onion peel. I added it into my glass jar and I went ahead to top in with the oils. So the oils, just top it to the point where it has completely covered your dried ingredients. Initially I wanted to measure, but I beg I got tired of measuring and I just felt like, come on, let me just add them in till it covers up the dry ingredients completely. So I went ahead to add in all of my oils, my pears baby oil, my olive oil, my cacao oil, and basically I left the essential oils for later, so that when I've strained I can go ahead to add in the essential oil by that time. That's the best time to actually add in your essential oils, not at this point when you're putting all these ingredients together. So if you're adding in cacao oil, please go ahead to shake it up very well because cacao oil tends to settle and then you have a lot of sediments that are supposed to go in with the oil you're pouring settled at the bottom. So ensure you shake this up together properly before you pour, so you pour in exactly what you need to use. Okay, so after that, pour in your cacao oil. Go ahead, give this a quick stir and cover this up. You could allow it just sit in your counter or in your shelf, or you could as well do the double boiling method if you want your oil really fast. I wasn't in a hurry, though I still did the double boiling method. I had to boil this just for about 10 minutes and I took it down and allowed it sit on my table till I was ready to strain the oil. I let it sit for about a week or 2 before I finally decided to strain the oil. At this point, you can be very sure that all the necessary ingredients have properly infused into this oil. So go ahead to strain this. Now to strain, I have a stocking cap. If you have a sieve, please go ahead to pour this through a sieve, but I do not have a sieve, so I'll be using a stocking cap and I placed it over my funnel and I poured this through. Now my bottle was too small, so I had to keep some of the oil aside later. But anyway, that aside, after transferring this into your bottle, you could go ahead to add in your essential oils at this point, because you have strained out the herbs and it's free for you to add in your essential oils at this point. So I'm just going to go ahead at this point to add in my essential oils. So the very first essential oil that I'm going to be adding into this, you don't really have to follow simultaneously. Just basically go ahead to add in essential oils that you have. If you do not have, go ahead and use it like that. It's still very potent. But I'll be adding my eucalyptus essential oil, about a teaspoon each of all of my essential oils. That's what I'm going to go ahead to add into this. Please, if you do not have a lot of oils, please do not add a lot of essential oil to this. Essential oils needs to be diluted, and so if you don't have bulk of oil, do not go ahead to add in a lot of your essential oils. That's my point, if you get it clearly. So I went ahead to add in my lavender, peppermint, my eucalyptus oil, and my tea tree oil. So for my peppermint oil, that one was out, so I had to continue from this new bottle which I just topped in, and that was it. You can go ahead to cover this up now and shake it all up together, and your hair oil is ready. This hair oil is so potent and it's so amazing. If you've been suffering from dandruff, itchy scalp, and all of the rest, go ahead to use this oil on your scalp. And then if you're not suffering from any of those at all, go ahead to also use it to treat your hair strands as well. I did not mention the benefits here in this video because I've already mentioned the benefits of these ingredients in my last video, so please go ahead and check that video and be well informed about the benefits of these ingredients. And that's it. So I went ahead to apply this to my hair. I can't roll my hair, so guys, having your hair in a protected hairstyle with extension is no excuse not to take care of your hair, okay? So please ensure you're taking good care of your hair. Ensure you're taking good care of your hair. It is very important. Don't joke with it. Ensure you're taking good care of your hair so that your hair will not give up on you. I don't want my own hair to give up on me. So thank you very much guys for watching this video. This is it. I just wanted to apply this to my edges and also on the lines in between, so I can ensure that it's well penetrating my scalp and my hair shafts. And that's it guys. See you in my next one. Bye.